Hello, welcome to Buchs in the Swiss canton of St. Gallen. I just took that train, an Austrian railjet train, on a domestic Swiss trip from Zurich. And continuing on that same theme, I'm about to get on another Austrian train and take it from Switzerland to Liechtenstein. Welcome to taking transit to a micronation. Here's some history of the rail line, and I'll see you getting on board. The history of railways in Liechtenstein dates back to the 1850s, when a railway line opened running between the Swiss towns of Rheineck and Sargans. Running along the Rhine River Valley, this line paralleled the Austrian and Liechtenstein borders, but never left Switzerland. Proposals soon arose to connect this line to the city of Feldkirch in western Austria, but the most direct route had a key issue. It went through the independent country of Liechtenstein. For the next 20 years, slow bureaucracy happened until in 1870, the government of Liechtenstein granted the right for a line to cross their territory, under the condition that two stations were to be built, one at Schaan-Vaduz and one at Nendeln. In October of 1872, this line opened, owned by the Austrian Vorarlberg Railway. While this technically connected the Swiss and Austrian rail networks, it did not provide a connection all the way to Vienna. After all, the Austrian Alps were in the way. However, only 12 years later, in 1884, the Arlberg Tunnel opened, providing a direct link from Zurich to Vienna for the first time. Now, the line through Liechtenstein became extremely important. This was even more the case during World War I, when the bridge crossing over the Rhine River was guarded and train traffic became extremely limited, owing to Switzerland's infamous neutrality. In the 1920s, this line began to appear in its current form. It became an extension of the main east-west main line through Austria. Electrification occurred in 1926, and the Rhine River Bridge was replaced after a flood in 1927. But the newfound importance of this line did not spread to Liechtenstein's two small stations. Indeed, Schaan-Vaduz and especially Nendeln remained small halts. This would remain mostly the same into the 21st century when Liechtenstein's rail service finally began to improve. In 2000, a new station opened at Forst Hilti on the outskirts of Schaan, and in 2013, work began on the Liechtenstein S-Bahn project. This project would not only expand service in the small country, but also make some long-distance railjet and nightjet services stop there, probably at Schaan-Vaduz or Nendeln stations. However, while stations were modernized, train service is still a peak-only extension of the Austrian Vorarlberg S-Bahn. That being said, it's still a micronation with trains. So with that, I'll see you in Buchs, just on the Swiss side of the Swiss-Liechtenstein border, attempting to buy a very silly train ticket, a domestic Liechtenstein trip on the Austrian National Railway. See you in Buchs. This is a massive-ass ticket. But yeah, I bought a ticket from Nendeln to Forst Hilti, so I spent €3 on a souvenir. Yeah, if you want to use this QR code, feel free. As you can see on the date, I'm filming this on the 2nd of August. This ticket expires tomorrow, so if you want to try and take a screenshot of that, feel free, because I'm not posting this video until May. Anyway, I still might black it out. We'll see. Yeah, it's kind of fun that you can do that. So yeah, I bought a ticket on the Austrian Railway from Liechtenstein to Liechtenstein. I also have a ticket on SNCF, the National French Railway, from Monaco to Italy. Buying weird train tickets, especially when they're cheap, is very fun. So yeah, I think the railjet's about to leave, and then hopefully my train should be here soon. Because there's, I think, not many people are doing a railjet to Vorarlberg S-Bahn transfer, but it's apparently on his track. So yeah, we'll see you again on the S-Bahn. Hello, welcome on board the Vorarlberg S-Bahn S2, as it says over there. I don't know if you can read that sign. We're going to, this train ends at Feldkirch in Austria, but we stop at Schaan-Vaduz, Forst Hilti, Nendeln, the 3 stations in Liechtenstein. So, without any further ado, I think we're going to actually do a time-lapse from here to Nendeln. You can see the whole route as we cross the bridge, stop at Schaan-Vaduz, and Forst Hilti, and I'll see you at Nendeln. So time-lapse starting now. Hello, welcome to Nendeln station here in Liechtenstein. This is the station review clip, but first, they're goats there. I can't tell if they're goats or sheep, but there are animals that are making goat sheep noises. Very, very cute. There is a foot crossing there to this platform, which I don't think is actually as used. The main platform is terrible. It's almost as bad as like the Boston B branch. As for the rest of the station, there's what appears to be an old freight house, which is cool that it still exists. This siding I don't think is ever used because it just terminates here. That one might be used by passing trains because, again, most trains don't stop here. This is a ticket office, which appears to actually be in operation. And then there's a waiting room here with, it's echoey. There's a history poster entirely in German. There's a bathroom. There's this, travel info poster, which is quite sparse, although there are buses that they don't show. Track work, and then this is the schedule list. It's not actually only for the S2, it's, which stops here. It's also for night jets and rail jets and Eurocities that stop at Feldkirch and Buchs. But you can see the service is quite limited. It's 5 trains in the morning peak, 5 trains in the afternoon peak, and 1 midday. Going towards Buchs, that midday is like 3:30, so it's more PM peak. But going towards Feldkirch, it's at like 12:40. That's very midday. So it's not 3 in each direction per peak. There's 1 off-peak train, but no weekend service, no holiday service. And it is mainly peak-oriented. I think this line mainly is for commuters, but in both directions, because it's feasible to say, like, you live in Liechtenstein, you live near here, you could take a train to Feldkirch to work in Feldkirch, but also you might work in, like, Schaan or Vaduz or at the big plant by Forst Hilti, and then in that case you might live in Feldkirch or Buchs and take the train in. So yeah. Overall, Nendeln's a pretty cool station, but it's also not great quality because of this crappy platform, but it is a complete vibe, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. That's probably a hot take, and I might change that when I'm doing this, but right now, I feel that Nendeln deserves a 6 out of 10. So that's that, and I'll see you again on the train back to Schaan-Vaduz. Hello, I'm at Nendeln station in Liechtenstein, and right across the tracks, there's a herd of sheep, which is so cute. And every time someone comes up, they all come running up and saying hi. Hi. It's so sweet. It's really great. So these are so just right across from the station. One could say they're transit-oriented sheep. All right. The sheep are still there. Here comes my train. I'm the only person here boarding. But here it comes. It's the same funky looking train. Heading down the line. Interestingly, I've noted just in Europe they don't honk their bells and honk their horns at crossings. But yeah, here comes the train heading to Buchs, and I'm taking this to Schaan-Vaduz. So I'll see you at Schaan-Vaduz. Alrighty, welcome to Schaan-Vaduz. So, Schaan-Vaduz actually has a pretty cool big station building. Like that, it's nowhere near Schaan. But it's in Schaan, nowhere near Vaduz. This is the schedule board, same one as Nendeln. Yeah, there is a ticket office here too. Seemingly quite a large ticket office, and one that you can't enter from the platform. That appears to be a freight house, but again, I'm not certain, but it looks like the building at Nendeln that I thought was afraid. Yes, it probably is one. This is the Schaan-Vaduz station, which is the bus hub of the country, which is kind of a weird thing to say. And actually, so I said my Swiss day pass covers all travel in Liechtenstein, and it does. But what you don't realize is that I would love a souvenir. So I think, I could be wrong, but when I looked online, I saw that they had, that Liechtenstein, LIEmobil, as it's called, has a card, that, like a smart card called a LIEmobil card. I really want to get one of those, so I'm going to pop in. But first, station, pretty bog standard. You can go in. I'm going to go in to buy a card. I'll try and film that discreetly. I like the multimodality. It's right in downtown Schaan. I think this is going to get a 9 out of 10. There's really nothing particularly wrong with it. I just think that they should boost their service. I know that's not the fault of the station, but I'm not going to give this a 10 out of 10 because it's not really that good. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, that's Schaan-Vaduz. Okay, so I went into the ticket office, which was just solely for LIEmobil. I asked the lady if I could buy a LIEmobil bus card, and unfortunately, no. You can only buy one with an annual pass, which it does actually say on the website. I may have misread it then, but I wasn't about to pony up 180 Swiss francs for a souvenir piece of plastic, so yeah. So I then got it on the train, one stop up to Forst Hilti, and I'll see you there now. So I said rural. Yeah, we're really in the middle of nowhere. So I think, if I had to guess, this would be the Liechtenstein station in Liechtenstein. There's no way of doing it, there's just a shelter. As far as I can tell, the reason this station exists is because there's a plant nearby for the Hilti manufacturing company, but also I don't know. This is the schedule. So we just got off the 9:25 train that goes to Feldkirch, and then no trains pass by here until the 12:39 to Feldkirch, or the 3:36 p.m. to Buchs. So yeah, I just got it off the last train of the morning. Really rural station. I guess it's good. It's high level. What did this sign say? Yeah, I've seen this multiple times. I'm very glad that I'm not here after the 12th of August. I'm here on the 2nd of August. But yeah, it's got some great views of the mountains. But then, what station in Liechtenstein hasn't? I mean, it gets points for having a waiting shelter. But there's really not much around, which, I mean, it kind of is a vibe. But yeah, Forst Hilti station gets, I think Forst Hilti is going to get a 6 out of 10. It feels like kind of a pointless station. Okay, Forst Hilti is not a pointless station. I'm not sure exactly why I said that. Yes, it may be rural, but as you can see in this clip, it's right next to a massive manufacturing plant, and that's why it exists. So yeah, I'm gonna boost the score to a 7 out of 10. Forst Hilti get the 7 out of 10. Here is the rest of the station review. But it's still cool that did exist, so I don't hate it. So yeah, that was all 3 stations in Liechtenstein, reviewed and rated. This is some really great scenery. One fun thing is that the night jet sleeper from Vienna, I haven't seen it come through yet. It's like more than 2 hours late. But I'm not going to wait here to see it. In fact, now I'm going to go get a bus to Vaduz, which is the main town of Liechtenstein, because while I am a transit nerd, I'm not going to go to a country and then just not visit the big attraction, which in this case is Vaduz. So yeah, that was Forst Hilti station. And I guess I'll do a travel montage to get up to, or get down to Vaduz. Alright, so I got to Vaduz, and I instantly went to the tourist office, mostly because I wanted them to stamp my passport, which they did do. Here's a picture of that, so yes, I have a Liechtenstein passport stamp, yay! But I also found a music box that played the Liechtenstein anthem. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's just the British anthem, but with German lyrics, which of course are not there on a music box. I then bought a Liechtenstein flag, went to a cafe, got some food, and realized that the flag that I bought was really flimsy. Went back and got a second flag, which I still have now. Here's a vid of me waving it. And then I got back on the bus to Schaan and to Buchs. So I'll see you on the bus heading back into the Confederation Helvetica. Across the bridge into Switzerland. We're now back in Schweiz. We're not in Liechtenstein anymore. So with that, thank you so much for watching Taking Trend to Micronation. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.